See Klaus Winkler, this video is an art performance as well as a piece of art, and no, I don't know in which direction this video goes, but one is for sure: if history is dictated by the state, it's a lie. And this is about art, this video. And about art buying. I'm trying to, not buying art, and these paintings are for me in process. This painting, for example, is in process since, I don't know, 2010. So it's 16 years so far, from both sides. Yeah. Literally J or no, YEAH. 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 So they didn't fought the painter. They wanted to destroy Schiller's Europe. That's why they came up with 2 world wars. Or it was 1 world war. And they planned it long before in Washington, D.C. and the city of London. We get that out of the way. Let's talk about buying art. So what did I reckon why people are buying my art? Uncomfortable truths, or maybe comfortable. People want to park money they have to burn, or want to burn the money. That's one thing. Then maybe hating what their parents inherited them on a subliminal level, in a way. I don't know. Which that would mean that buying my art is like the parents wouldn't like that or something, or they are doing this as a breakout thing. I remember one collector also, when he was in his 40s, then he became like tattoos and everything and bought a new motor bicycle and an unusual fun car, not like regular, like mainstream expensive brands, which I thought was interesting. Maybe also to show off money, that he had money, because then he was hanging out or came over and didn't bought any, but showed me his money. Knowing, first checking out my fridge if I've still buying the expensive stuff at the supermarket, to maybe then flex on me and be like a little bit financial sadist, or see if I'm leaning in and trying to sell him something, which, yeah, that's part of human nature. What else? Appearing younger in front of their younger girlfriends. Like he is like in his 50s or 60s, and she is like in her late 20s. Also wanting to have someone to hang out with when they're in Cologne. I don't know. But then not that I'm a party person or something, but I had like an after our hardcore Skid Row, everything cheap stuff through the nose, party face with no alcohol but lots of liquid substances, in 2008 or 2009, something like that. But that wasn't in an environment where you want to hang out with art collectors. And plus, this is like in my past. Okay, let's focus on why people buying art. They just stumbled over walls I've painted, needed some graffiti artist, la-di-da, cheap decoration, practical decoration guy, a large airbrush guy, whatever, for their company, which they run and became from their dad, second generation wealth, and then and then thought, okay, and then they realized, oh, he's like a real artist, or he has like real paintings, and then casually buying my paintings here. Then okay, what else? They met me somehow, ran into me, realized, oh, he's famous, well respected, international, blah blah, authentic, crazy reputation, you name it. I don't know. I wasn't with them when someone told them or they heard about me, la di da di da, and then they connected with me or wanted that I did something for them, and I was like, no, we don't do this, and then they in the end created a situation, not positive, where they were like connected with me, and then they bought like a piece of a painting because that was the only thing which was there, which they could stay in my life with them or had a reason or something to interact with me. I mean, it's just like, that's one thing. What else? Think about it, what other reasons are there why people are buying my art? I have to go into my head without naming names or telling the stories without that they that everything is cool for the people. I acquired them. That happens also. And then from out of the same area, but from other people, came then, for some strange reasons, someone who bought my paintings. And that was interestingly, this is a story I know. I mean, I can only just take up what people tell me. And then they bought my painting because they also had a graffiti background, knew my work from back in the days, and thought I should deserve more recognition or fame. I mean, I had the fame, but being also in the last 10 years or 15 years, I should have became more fame or more recognition, stuff like that. And I thought I'm like the more, I mean, I heard this often, I'm the most underrated artist, because I was falling out of the classical canon of being communicated everywhere in books and films and movies and magazines, where I should be, and they felt like I deserve also success. Probably had a positive financial run in their life, and then bought, which strangely they hit a point blank home run with that. But I was then in my ego completely freaking out, and because it was completely true, and I couldn't handle that in my ego, which is like, and I'm the last one should react like that, because the way I'm like waking people up with my wake up talks I'm doing, regarding who's behind everything and la di da. And the recent years, and people are freaking out, and I'm challenging them because I'm telling them uncovered truths. I'm the last one that should be in ego when someone wakes me up. But hey, well, I mean, in hindsight, I can, this is like when you are too right. When one gets too righteous, it's always to remember oneself how oneself would react on things. Other reasons why people buy my art or are buying art. I don't know, maybe they see an opportunity or saw an opportunity, because like, oh, he has this reputation, he goes this way, he will go there. He doesn't know his worth. Let's buy something from him. He's way too cheap and he doesn't know it. Well, trying to, like, financially in a way is overdoing me in a way, or ripping me off, or how you want to call it. Maybe also jealousy in a way. Like, I had like collectors here or people who bought my art, who then in the end kind of like, you can say, turned a little bit against me and acting like strange or testing me or what, and then I say, wait a minute, like, all this energy my art is giving you, hey, you have to, how say that, harnessed or keep that energy, like channel that energy, Um, there's also the reason that people maybe buy my art because they want to have infightings with their own family, let's say with a daughter or something, and they want to piss her off or force her to breed and then go and make mixed race children, mixed race child with another woman, new woman, so that maybe the daughter, I'm just speculating now, also like will get her ass up and makes child so the bloodline stays white also. But maybe then underestimating how women, modern female leftist in wealth raised women can be, which is also the father is too feminine, but they usually don't see that, and I can't tell them that because they're my clients. I stopped asking things when I'm talking with my clients, personal things, or making comments, in how innocent they are, because I already, with my laser, did like point blank acquisitions, and where I can't even tell you now, where they was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, and then or I'm not asking people if people tell me a story or anything. I accept everything because I don't want to bring them into a situation where maybe it appears that it's not true or something, and then they look bad. Please keep in mind that I'm not a professional salesman or anything. I'm 99% of my time painting these paintings alone, listening to audiobooks. Yeah. So, any other reasons why people buy my art? I mean, I'm not talking about how I would wish or would love to have why people buy my art. I'm talking about what I have observed and or what I can remember. That's the difference. I mean, when they're from the graffiti scene, they usually don't have the money. I guess. So they know they are probably the only one who can really value me or can know my value in terms of social or art historic in a way. But this is this is not the people who can afford it. It's a different league. Maybe people who were recommended, people recommended me because someone needed something painted on a wall, and then, oh yeah, he's blah, blah, blah. And then he's a real artist. And then they were like, okay, let's buy something, this. And this is usually really, really rich people who wanted to have something painted, and they are buying something before they come up with a demand for something. This is how you recognizing real money and real wealth. What else? There may be triggers in the name, in my name and their name, which have certain connotations, which can go in all kinds of directions while people buy my art. For reputation reasons. I remember, I have had someone here who bought, and then I were asking something, and then she told me, about what family they are, and they are huge in the art world. I don't want to mention it here, but so there are the multiple levels of they want to connect only with the top people, brand with brand, and she is a woman, and I would say of course then mature, but I would say a 9 or a 10, this model, this perspective on life from a woman, and they were like how women are, when they're like really attractive plus high social status, they're like pure so high social status counting systems, ice cold in a way, or conscious about social status and just brand was brand la di da. So that was flattering, but also, yeah. Admiration for what I'm doing, while recognizing that my art and my name, AOK's 304, promiscuous behavior, saying it like this. Yeah. Yeah. Or the very opposite, but there's no, every priest or every angel has a past and every sinner has a future, or is it vice versa? And plus all the Abrahamic triage stuff is the anti-white, the arc anti-white psyop anyway. Buying art. Why people buying art? Because out of social status, because they know how things will develop. And they gain, an investment also. I remember, I can't tell any names, but I remember I supported someone who supported me, and whenever I was interacting with him, I thought, on strategic purpose, well-minded, that he was the painter, uncle. I don't want to say his name, He's also Austrian, by the way. He's also from Austrian descent. And he has like a certain official, how would I say that, name which starts with an F. Don't want to say it. A historic figure, well known. Which they use these days as a boogeyman to get rid of Whitey. Yeah? And this person, would say here in the, I don't want to talk about it, but it's high status. And when I was interacting with him to support him, because I really thought, or I think he is, a good guy. I thought about, I was addressing him in my mind, him as like mine, I can't say it, I don't want to say it here. So, and he never, probably, I don't know, I don't think he will read or listen to this video. But I pre-primed him, because we can transfer energies via micro expressions, impressions. I explained this in another video. This like optical telegraph we have in our face and our body presence via smells, body fluids, physique, posture, breathing, standing where, thinking, thoughts, la-di-da, ether, how you want to call it. And it's all frequency. And I gave him, I supported him. So maybe it's like repetition, like getting it back or giving something back, or consider that we are here in Germany in a state run by our enemies. No, say that. We are in a state. Yeah, that's like, I meant like the emotional state. I would never say something against the state. That would be illegal, right? So, what else? What other reasons why people are buying or having bought my art? Maybe to connect with me. I had that already. I don't know. Parking money, I said in the beginning, which is like really superficial. Burning money, parking money, reinvesting money. You reckon, like, I'm not mentioning here the soul of the paintings itself, la-di-da-di-da, interesting, huh? I hope you can comprehend this harsh reality, or can handle this. Maybe I still have to. Maybe my paintings also have to be like that. Um, and to be a little bit self-critic, because I'm also growing in my paintings and developing, and maybe I first have to make paintings which have this soulful level, that people have this as a reason for buying art. A lot of these stories I just told you are from the recent 26 years. One reason can be escaping from their wife for a few hours and then hanging out here and having a reason to be here and then receiving control calls from their wives. And to then driving home. This is why they buy art. Yes, that crazy. Or a reason to drive on the weekend to Cologne from somewhere in Germany with an expensive car and have a reason to do something with their younger girlfriend because that's their free time. That's one reason to buy art. It sounds super, I don't know. Yeah. I also had people buying my art and then they couldn't handle the painting because they were overwhelmed by the painting or by the message. Because it went too deep or too emotional or had too much, how would say that, too much depth, deepness, how you want to call it. What else are reasons why people are buying my art? Yeah, maybe having like some kind of like affiliation for graffiti or hip hop or anything. It was in the past the case. And then buying from this and that artist and knowing their reputation and the names or the other artist where one was connected with. They wrote it in a newspaper, but then, or they didn't know that they wrote it in a newspaper, but for some reason, someone then bought a painting because they, after that newspaper article, and then I asked them, hey, you saw that newspaper article? It looks like, no, I didn't saw it. Like, I believe them, But maybe maybe they saw themselves in competition. Say one woman, a businesswoman, but also a mother of multiple children, white children, success woman, power woman, but also made also the children. But of course, as most white women, not enough, but at least 2 children, and she was in competition with another. I guess she saw herself in competition with another woman. I'm just assuming now. And wanting to, and maybe wanted, which I've never met or maybe didn't even know that she was living in this area. And then that was the reason why she bought. Or maybe to deflect from beauty standards or comprehending fading beauty or fading looks, and getting older, because maybe my work, my art is taking attention away from that, or creating a blind spot, in a way, or because maybe from a woman's perspective. They make a Claus Winkler when they're making makeup on their face, because this is also a surface and it's covered with paint, and they cover themselves with paint and look. Then after they worked their face for some time into the people around them, their husbands, their children, and knowing they're fooling everybody, because they don't see them, they just see the layer of makeup. While everything else is under that, and under that it's not a slim, spotless plain surface. It's a wrinkled surface, and that kind of creates some kind of feeling of lying and trying to overcome that, and the word Claus, Winkler, as well as the art, is helping with that. Which is, yeah, I'm just thinking now, this is like, we're leaving now normie land, NPC, blue pill interpretations of why people buying art. There were like people telling me all the time I should mentioning or sell my art via craw feeds, because female craw feeds, and I was never getting that. And that's because it was like, yeah, but maybe that goes in that direction. Yeah, this painting is it's completely nuts in terms of details. Not saying it looks good, it just, crazy. Yeah, use your own words for the level of details. So, what other reasons are there why people are buying my art? We're not talking here about the paintings. So these are the real reasons, I don't know. Maybe people are relieved if they don't need to tell me romantic stories about why they like my art, because they said, hey, we just want from someone famous or unique, something expensive, and pay lots of money for something good. That's it. We don't understand it. We just get it. It's worthy, or it's worth lots of money. Okay, that's it. We are that cultured, not more, not less. It's all good. You will get it. You will understand it. You will. You see it's all good. The other people around you will tell you then why the paintings are good. It's also good. It's like same with people who drive like sports cars or anything. All the other people who doesn't have the sport car know all the details about the sports cars, while the people who are owning it are just driving it and knowing it's fast. That's it. Which sounds... It's like I have this one friend who can tell you the measurements of the armor of tanks in World War II, like out of his head. He can tell you this how thick, at which Panzer model, from which side, from which country in World War II the tank was at what time, how thick the steel was, la di da, something like that. But he wasn't even in the army. And yeah, I think he probably votes even libertarian, or just telling me that, I don't know. And it's not even right wing or anything. And yeah, so yeah, so these are reasons why people are buying my art. I don't know, I probably forgot lots of other reasons why people bought my art. There's also psychological reasons, maybe, like, hey, if you're not loyal to me as a woman, do what you want. I do my own thing too. I don't care. And then the woman is like, okay. And then she knows she can just hold the male. This is subconsciously. They're probably not conscious about that. In clinging to the man, because the man, it's like on his own mental point of origin. It's stone cold, like they like us or love us. So yeah, so see you in the next video. I hope you liked it. These are all paper pieces except the one painting from, which was probably from 2007, 8 I started it. I don't know, these are like all from 2010 on, from two sides. They're still work in progress. If you're a super rich billionaire and already have fallen in love with one painting, this may be then finished and you can buy it. Don't worry, it's all good. Baby. Yeah, and make lots of white children. That's what they hate the most. We are 2%. We have white women are 2% of fertile women. Fertile white women are 2% of the world population. So you know what's up. And I'm quoting Martin Sellner, transform your life into an act of resistance. So this painting will keep on growing. And then I will also paint something pro-white into my paintings. So that, yeah. Even when maybe like some rich nuns from India or from China or living in Qatar or somewhere or South America is buying my art and then showing my art in their museums, and then like white people going there and watching my art and then learning from those people, hey, whitey, make more children, you know? Perfect. Maybe that helps, you know, working triangulation from the angles. Anyways, so see you later in the next video. Thank you for your support.